Hi everyone, welcome to Big OGGIE Golf. Smithy is on camera.
Hello.
Smithy from Smithy Here Golf. We're doing quite a few films all over the southwest of the UK and hopefully further afield at some point. But we're at Enmore Park today. Enmore Park is a fantastic golf course in Somerset near Bridgewater. If you're coming down the M5 motorway and you want to play golf and you're going off towards Devon and Cornwall, stop at Enmore Park because you will have a fantastic time here. It's a brilliant course with amazing facilities. I'm just showing you a little bit piece to camera at the moment of the range. We're actually on Enmore Park's own driving range. They've had some facilities just been revamped. You'll see the wooden hut section, and basically this is a new piece that they're doing. The wooden huts they're gonna have one of them as a bespoke teaching pod. It's obviously still being built at the moment, but they're updating their equipment here all the time and their facilities. We've got a fantastic, real grass driving range. We're playing off grass at the moment. They've got a couple of short course areas. There's also one on the course we noticed, wasn't there? A couple of another short course area up there. So fantastic facility to come and try out. Newly refurbished restaurant as well, so good food and drink and everything. So I'm here today to do a what's in the bag. There's not been a lot of changes since last year, but there has been a couple of significant ones. First one is the bag. I currently have a Titleist stand bag which I carry around when I'm just practicing, but now we have a Titleist 9.5, I think it's called a mid-size staff bag, and it's not because I'm showing off or I've got a YouTube channel and all that, because let's be honest, I'm still a 34 handicapper, but the reason for the bag is predominantly for the big pocket. I tend to carry my cameras. Smithy's using one at the moment, but I normally have 2 or 3 cameras on me, and the big bag carries all my equipment and I don't get soaking wet. If you watch the videos for Enmore Park, you will notice that we got a lot of rain recently. So this is why I have the bag. It's basically because I can carry everything in it. Plus, very soon the people at Scotty Concepts are going to be doing a new logo for the channel, so we're going to get that stitched onto the bag. Just a bit of promo, but obviously just a useful bag for me to have to carry all the equipment in. So we shall start off with putter, shall we? So we're talking about Scotty Concepts. So this is the putter I use. First of all, we'll discuss the putter cover.
Who dares wins, Rodney.
Who dares wins, lovely jubbly fools and horses putter cover. It's the sort of crazy stuff that the world of Scott Redmond create, and they are designing a new logo for the Big OGGIE Golf channel at the moment, and then we'll be doing covers and things and everything to go with that as well. The putter I use is a Newport 2 Scotty Cameron putter. I used to have a tailor-made big mallet putter, but I found it was just too unwieldy, and it was just like having a club hammer on a stick. I kind of worked out. So I like this one because I get more feel for the ball. And even when I was young, when I was just on putting greens playing on a holiday, I always wanted the ones that kind of look that kind of shape, not
like a blade.
Kind of other ones. So always want a kind of blade putter. So with me, I've always bought stuff that I could afford. Luckily I'm an artist, and sometimes when I sell painting I can buy more golf equipment, but I'm not someone that changes a lot of stuff a lot. It's more about having equipment that I know I can trust and I can grow into. So this was the best I could afford at the time. There's only been a couple of changes since last year. Let's go to irons.
Like gap wedges.
And gap wedges. Okay, so we'll start with the wedges. I've got Mizuno irons. I've got Titleist pretty much everything else, but I've got Mizuno irons at the moment. They are JPX 900 series, which came out nearly 2 years ago now. There's a new JPX series coming out in about a month or so. So I have 2 versions. The long irons, the 5 and the 6, are in the hot metal version. These are supposed to be the most forgiving of the irons, and they just work really well for me. I've got a mixed set. You'll find that the 5 and 6 are hot metal. They are dirty today. We have been playing on the course, so I'm sorry about that. And the normal irons, it's the 7 iron. The 7 irons, 6, 7, 8, 9 and the pitching wedge are in forged. Again, not so forgiving, but I wanted clubs that I could grow into, and these can last me a good few years before I ever want to change them. So although there's a new version coming out, I won't be able to afford to get a new set. The wedges, they are pretty dirty today, the wedges, I have to say. Sorry about the sand. I have Mizuno T7 wedges. Not sure if they're coming in focus. If they are,
Yep.
They're in blue, and I like them because one, being an artist, I like colour, but they kind of just really go lovely and they kind of fade after a while, and they are stamped with my name on. I got it because it was free. I didn't get it because it was flashy. They just said, what do you want stamped on your wedges? So what do I have to do? So I have a 50, 55 and 60. Kind of matches the rest of the increments on my irons. So that's those. I've also got a long iron. This is one of the newest ones in the bag for me. I've got a 3 iron. I know it's quite a dreaded thing for someone who's a high handicapper, but actually I hit a 3 iron pretty well. This is the latest Titleist TMB 3 iron. Okay, and this has been again fitted for me in the same specs as my other irons. Before we go any further, all my irons are 2 degrees upright, and they're a ½ inch longer than standard. I'm 6'1½", and I do tend to be quite upright when I play. So again, this has been fitted with the same, and they've all got True Temper XP115 shafts in them. Fairly heavy shafts, but I tend to swing too fast, so they slow me down with a heavier shaft. And all my grips are mid-size. Again, I've got quite big hands, and I find the other grips are just too small for me. And the other thing about the irons, and this is what we can discuss with the long stuff, is I tend to find if you put a driver in someone's hand, they want a whoomp fit. They want to hit as hard as possible. But when you put an iron in someone's hand, they think about it more. One, it's a smaller face, and it is very small and quite scary on the ground. And two, you're a lot steadier with it, and I tend to find I'm getting better contact, and therefore actually I hit them pretty well. Also, I play on a links course, and I'm just thinking that my driver is still quite erratic, so the 3 iron works for me. It plays quite low in the wind, and it's normally pretty straight and quite long. I've also got a hybrid. This is a Titleist 816, I think it is. This is the last model that came out, and it's a 23 degrees, so it's like my 4 hybrid. It's in a Diamana 70 shaft, again with a mid-size Golf Pride grip, with a Halloween cover because it's quite scary. I have a tendency to hook those, but things are improving. So we're into the big stuff, or not so big stuff. Like I said, I've got a 3 iron, a 4 hybrid, which gets me a bit more height, but a similar kind of distance. My fairway wood is a Titleist 917F, and it's at 18 degree. Again, with a Diamana 70 shaft and a mid-size grip. So I have basically a 5 wood as a fairway wood. Again, because I was having an issue with trying to get the ball up in the air, so it works a lot better for me than the 3 wood did. And the big dog, which is another slight change, is not quite so big dog as it used to be. This is a Titleist 917D, D2. Bit scruffy today, so we've been playing today. And it's a 12 degree, but I've had it shortened. I think it's a 33.5 inch now as opposed to a 35, with a Golf Pride mid-size grip again. Doesn't sound a lot of difference, but when you actually put it down on the ground, you'll realise it's almost like hitting a big iron now. So I've got a 5 wood and the equivalent of a 3 wooded shaft, so it's like a 3 wood with a big head. So hopefully I'm going to get a better dispersion rate. If you watch the more part videos we're just doing, you'll find that I'm actually hitting it far too straight, which is kind of strange to me. My natural shot is a draw, so everything is actually going way too out to the right this time because I've been aiming far too right. It's new to me, so I've got to get used to it, but that's the good thing. It's hitting it straight. When I get used to when I'm supposed to be aiming it, at least I'll be on the fairway more often. And I'm thinking the only way I'm going to get my handicap down is to keep on or near fairways. It doesn't matter about distance too much, as long as I've got the ball in play, I'm not losing too many balls in the long rough or just going out of bounds. So that's all the clubs. I've got a big Bridgestone Golf umbrella at the moment, always handy, and drinks bottles. Golf balls, got some in my pocket at the moment. I'm using the Titleist Pro V1X when I can afford them, and as I'm a golfing pirate, not a bandit, they have skulls and crossbones on them. Now obviously these are the most expensive ball around, but I get them quite often, and I manage to get hold of some like seconds as well. Our local golf club can get hold of them seconds sometimes, and I just really like them. I like the feel of them. When I can't afford them, I'm using a seed ball, Seed from Ireland. They've got a ball that's very similar to this. I must admit I can't remember the number now. I think it's like SD1, but they've got 3 or 4 different versions of their ball, and that's a really good quality ball for about half the price. So again, if I'm not using those, I'll probably use Titleist Velocity. Again, because sometimes, you know, we've played some courses where you can lose a ball just off the fairway, so when accuracy is key, I don't tend to use the most expensive ball because I can't afford to lose them, let's be honest.
Indeed.
Tees, at the moment I'm trying to use all standard sizes, so I'm using the pink Castle tee for the driver and the little green tee for my irons. If it's the hybrid, I'll use the blue one. I've got a pink Castle in my pocket, yes I have. Main reason being, I'm just trying to get rid of all the variables in my game. So at least when I put that in the ground, I know it's the same height every time. So again, the mistakes are me, not the equipment. I think that's it. A couple of drinks bottles, as I said, space for all the cameras, probably 3 gloves. I'm using a FootJoy Extreme Grip glove, I think it's XT grip, I think. They work really well for me, certainly in this weather. Even the hot weather, I tend to find my hands are quite slippery. So gloves, that's what I do, and that's about it. So at the moment for me, it's not distance, it's hopefully going to be more accurate. So with the long irons, I can play pretty much everywhere I want, all similar distances but different conditions. So that's it for today. Will I be changing a few things? Hey, you never know. But at the moment, finances dictate that I'm going to be sticking with what I got, and I'm going to be learning with what I've got. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.